Today we're talking about the combination of numbers 17, 8. If you have that in your soul contract chart, the 17 is another double letter and it means subservient to sovereign. So this is, I have this in my chart and I just feel like this is a really important one because your soul chose to come into this lifetime and have you be in situations where you are subservient to others. And obviously, that's going to start off with your parents and caregivers. They're going to be really domineering and oppressive so that you're not able to, speak your truth or use your voice. And then as you get older, you'll find yourself giving away your power to relationships that you're in and employment, all that stuff. So I know, I think I knew I was doing this, but it's not something, you just keep way back there and you don't want to address. But as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I've got that issue. So it's also Mercury energy, which is the sevens is Mercury energy. So this is going to be about speech. So you're really good if it's in a talent area or you need to work to get it there. Speech is going to be a really big thing for you. And then the 8 is Cancer energy. So we've already talked about that. That one's ruled by the moon. That one, because, the moon is also a really fast moving planet. So is Mercury. So you are kind of be like all over the place. You're moving a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on. But basically with these two, since the 8 is such a grounding energy, that yes, you are going to be speaking, but you're going to be speaking in a really grounded way. So that's kind of in a nutshell, this combination. But if you have it in a karmic area, then you're going to, because of that parental or caregiver influence that really kept you down, you're going to have issues with underachievement. So you can do more. You just feel like you can't ever get there. And then again, because you have no self-worth, right? That was pretty much annihilated when you were little. So you're also really ungrounded because of that 8. When an 8 is in a karmic area, then you're really ungrounded. So you need to get to that grounding. You need to do things that are grounding. And then another thing you might do is numb out with things that make you forget your feelings, because this is uncomfortable. And if it's in a talent area, then you are a really good public speaker and you almost can't not speak. So that's just what you do. And then the more you speak, the more confident you get. And then the goal of this number is to be a public speaker of some kind in like mainstream society. And then if you have it in a soul destiny, this is kind of interesting because you need to achieve specific things in society depending on what your talents are. And so, yes, you're going to be, using your speech in a very grounded way, but then it's also going to take into account whatever your talents are. And then some things that you can do to help move this from maybe a karmic or a goal position into more of a talent, get it to more of the positive aspects of this, is you have to start expressing yourself. You have to start, no matter how weird it feels or uncomfortable you are, you have to start like whatever, because you just were so suppressed when you were younger that you have to learn now to express. And then with the 8, again, you have to be grounded. You have to find things that are grounding in order to bring that 8 into more of a positive aspect. So if you don't know what's in your soul contract chart, you can learn how to do that here on YouTube, or I can do readings for you for your soul contract on my website. I'll put the link to that in the description.